Hello, everyone. Once again, this is Dare to Speak. I recently talked about briefly this particular subject, and in other videos that I've done, I pretty much explained and how I felt about the whole concept of God and Satan, about how I really feel about it, and also how fake a lot of exorcisms are. And after so many years of not just of study and asking questions, which got a lot of Christian people a little bit annoyed, and some really annoyed to the point that they just became aloof with me. And this is before I even stopped believing, before I became an agnostic. Bottom line, this is what I'm saying. If Lucifer really does exist, with all fairness, I don't believe he does. There is no Satan, just like God and stuff like that. But with all fairness, to be fair, if Satan or Lucifer, whatever you want to call him, I prefer to call him Lucifer, if he really does exist, he is actually the good guy. He's actually the hero, not the villain. And the reason why I say this is because of the fact that certain books that used to be part of the Bible, but that were taken out deliberately by vote, by corrupted bureaucrats and church leaders and things like that, cardinals, bishops, whatever. They were there during the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD. They only put what they wanted to put. They just put together. And there were some people that protested, and they were thrown out because of it too. So it was really about church power. And like I said before about the King James Version being the bullshit book of the Bible, which, this, and for those of you who saw me who did that video where I tore the Bible pages out, in a form of protest. For those of you who haven't seen it, the Holy Bible is evil and dangerous. I made pretty much a statement on that. I do apologize if you feel offended by it. I really do, but I'm not going to apologize for doing it. I feel that I have free speech, and I wasn't really doing it to get anybody angry just for the sake of just getting them angry. I did it as a form of protest to prove a point about how corrupted it is. I have more respect for the original Aramaic Bible, which had all the information in there. The Book of Enoch was one of them. One of the 88 books that was purposely taken out. And it told a very different story of Lucifer. That him and the rebel angels that fought against God were actually the good guys. That's what I found out in my research, and I double checked it and made sure I wasn't wrong, and I wasn't. That's why it's so sensitive. And I'll go back even further to the ancient Sumerian text, because Lucifer, even in the Greek mythology, he was actually synonymous with Prometheus. And Prometheus wasn't not even the bad guy, for those of you who know about the Greek mythology. And Zeus, which is synonymous with God, is the one who's evil. Jealous. I am a jealous God. Self-centered, arrogant. It's either my way or the highway kind of thing. And if you go back even further to the ancient Sumerian gods, you'll find out the story is pretty much the same with that too. And what actually gets to me was knowing how much sense it makes. I mean, at least in my opinion, I can only speak for myself. But if you could only just do research, do your own research, being completely unbiased, not to prove me right or wrong, but to just research. But a lot of you Christians, Christian fundamentalists, not Christian liberals, the ones that are more laid back, those are the ones I have more respect for. But as far as Christian fundamentalists they just take things too literally. They say, I don't need to study. I don't need to do research. I know God's word is true, and Jesus is this and that, and the Lord this and that. Okay, fine. Believe what you want, but just do your research to find out if any of this is actually accurate about those books being purposely taken out. That there's a conspiracy. Now, if you do it with the intention of proving me wrong, then it defeats the whole purpose. And if somebody who does take me seriously and they do the research and for the reason of trying to prove me right, it kind of defeats the purpose too. You need to be unbiased, completely unbiased. After you do your research to find out whether or not it's true about everything I just said, talk to as many people as you can, theologians and stuff like that, and then draw your own conclusion. And you'll find out in a very suspicious type of way that the ones that fought, the ones that rebelled, were actually the good guys. The good guys were the fallen angels. And I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel. That was my conclusion that I drew down. So post a comment and just let me know what you think. And to all of you, take care.